You listen to me, you little asshole. I'm an asshole. I'm not the one who's got butt fucked on national TV, Dwayne.
Hello, folks. How is everybody this evening? I see Pat on there. I see Sierra. I haven't seen you in a while, Sierra. How you doing? Nancy, Wendy, Gloria, Glenda. I'm just waiting for our trainer tonight to log on here. So I hope everybody's having a great night. I'm up here at my cottage, so you may hear. There's Paulie. There you are, Paulie.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, pal?
I'm good. Yourself?
Are you back home now, or are you at the cottage?
Yeah, I've been here for a bunch of days. We decided to just take a better break. The kids were there for about 2.5 weeks straight at the cottage, so they were missing friends and stuff. So I got a lot of stuff done here. So, I mean, no matter where I am, I'm working.
Yeah,
so
yeah. No, I hear
either
you.
working on pots or slugging bricks and stones and grass and, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's summertime. It's I'm up at the lodge here and family vacation, so
Nice.
I know the feeling. So I'm really pumped that we're ready to go. I think this is going to be a great training. For those of you, we'll just wait a couple more minutes, Paul. I've got 8:32, so give people a couple more minutes to jump on here and get ready to rock and roll. What a beautiful summer day here it was up in Temiskaming, Quebec. And how's the weather down in Barrie area? Was it good today?
Yeah, it was good. It was there was a breeze too, which helped because it was getting up there. Tomorrow was supposed to be hotter, but
yeah, 26 tomorrow. Yeah.
But being at the lake, you'll find it's cooler, eh? Like it's such a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be quite as humid as it is in the city, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, so we got Susan Marcotte from Victoria, BC on. Nice to see you on here, Susan. We got Janet Macarusher. I hope I said that right, Janet. I should know how to say it now. I've known you for a few years now. Terry Lynn's on. Carla Archer, Elsa, Terry Lynn Parker. Doogsy must have heard the loons in the background here. Did you see that video I posted, Paul? The loons got a little too close to the mother, and man, was she a little mad. So she was out in the center of the lake, and we were just driving. I shut the motor off, and wow, she was trying to decoy me away, and her two little ones dove, and I couldn't see the little ones anywhere. And I looked it up on the internet, and they can dive for up to 3 minutes. So
yeah, we have two mom and dad and two little ones, and I saw them and they were about this big, and then not even 3 weeks later, they're like, you know what I mean? They're getting almost as big as mom and dad. So, but yeah, it's cool how they go down and you're like, did it drown? Like, where is it?
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, it's great to have you on. It's great to have you back doing the training. And for those of you that are new, Paul Austin, one of my best buddies for 17 years. We've done business together before in bricks and mortar businesses. Paul was a publisher. He had a publication, a buy and sell publication for approximately 18 years. And I think I did the printing for him for about 15 years. We created a great friendship through business. And we both looked at, the idea of network marketing. Now, Paul's been an entrepreneur his whole life. Right from when he was young, he had a driveway sealing business. He's always been independent, and he's one of the first couple of people that I brought Vox Life to. He said, "Yeah, let's go. I don't know a lot about it, but I trust you, and let's do it." And Paul has developed in 2 short years, has developed a 6-figure income with Vox Life. He is one of only 3 people in the company to achieve vice president rank. And so that's a heck of an achievement all on its own. And he's very inspiring. He's very, very good at branding himself. He's very, very good at, I've learned so much from him with regards to Facebook. I've learned so much from him with regards to social media. And truly, myself and Paul, as vice president ranks in this company, we have built, 95% of our business on social media, whether it's Facebook, whether it's, Instagram, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Pinterest. It doesn't really matter. But the issue is that, we've both done our best to try and brand ourselves. And I think that's, a key issue. And I think you guys are going to get some great enjoyment out of this, out of his training tonight. He has done a marvelous job at branding himself. And I'm just excited to have him on the call. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friend, my business partner, great dad. He's got 2 wonderful girls, great wife, Julie. And I'm just delighted to have you on the call as trainer tonight, Paul. So take it away, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. Kudos to you too for, leading this way and finding this, and you and Lori, and just, we have something special. And I'm not really going to get into my story, but I'm just going to show you how Terry and I basically built this. We had to listen to other people. Keep in mind, I was a big X on network marketing, pyramid schemes, scams, snake oil, all that stuff, Kool-Aid drinking nonsense. And of course, I opened my eyes to it, and so did Terry. And, we were used to that brick and mortar and tons of salaries and payrolls and expenses and nonsense and supplies and, goes on and on and on, and just a massive, massive investment. And here we have something that's just truly different. So, how do you get started? Like, how do you get out there to talk to people? Maybe you're shy and you don't want to do it one-on-one, but you have this following on Facebook or one of the, social media. So what I'm going to do is just share my screen here now.
Yeah, I made you clear with also. You're all good.
Yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to kind of be real and raw with you guys here. There's no, no nonsense. There's no scripting. There's nothing like that. I just want you guys to see a visual here. But so, connecting on social media, like, where do you begin? And there's many different platforms, and some of you are going to have more success in one than the other. It just so happens, Terry and I really focused on Facebook because we just felt like the target market and the people and the age group was just a true fit. And, we tested the other platforms and we didn't have that greatest success. But hey, I'm, older, Terry's older. We have a different sort of, vibe or different, group that we're going to attract. So Instagram doesn't work as great for us. But hey, if you're young and you're, just a millennial, and I know you guys hate that word or whatever you're put into this group or whatever. If you're entrepreneurial, and you're younger and you're like, 18 to 35, and yeah, you're going to get better results probably from Instagram. But, if you want to use them all, use them all. Just spend your time wisely on what's working and what's not. So we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Pinterest. It goes on and on and on. There's just so many of them popping up. So always use what's working best for you. So we have an expanded reach with social media. Gone are the days of being confined. Imagine being confined to your city or town, and all you had was a landline and a fax machine. And, kudos to those people that built businesses back then, because my gosh, that must have been trying for them. When I compare it to today, what we have, the technology, Zoom, what's happening right here. I'm training everybody, whether you're from time right across the world, it's going to be this company. So wherever you are, here we are being able to connect with each other. So we are now able to build a global business, even if you're in a little small town. Some people are in a small town of 800 people. And, you know, I always hear the whole, oh, you know, I ran out of people and this and that and the other thing. And you know what, guys, you haven't, because I know there's over 2 billion users on Facebook alone. There's people next door that don't have the tech on. There's people, you know, down the street in your grocery store, you know, an attendant that checks you out of the checkout, whatever it is. There's people everywhere, and all it is a conversation. We're just identifying a need that they have. That's obviously when you're out in the field, but you can still trigger people on the social media platforms also by making sure that you're effective in how you're posting and all those different things. So basically, social media gives us the ability to build a stronger relationship with our team and our customers, because at the click of a switch or a button, we could just send out a message to everybody and keep people up to date on what's happening and what's new and all those different things, where in the past, imagine how trying that would be. So we're definitely in a great time for this industry, and it is just rapidly growing. And I'm just so happy that I was, you know, not closed-minded to it, that I actually opened my eyes to take a closer look. So what you want to do is, and the biggest mistake people are making is they're trying to, they think it's all about the product. And, you know, yeah, that's true in some regards, but it's the branding of yourself that's so important. So early on, I'll be honest, Terry and I jumped in a different company. It was my first sort of dabbling into the whole network marketing. And I remember that I would look at my profile after I was given some sort of criticism or, you know, just like constructive criticism, not, you know, I tried not to take it to heart. I was always the brick wall up, like I'm the business owner, I know everything. You know, don't try to tell me how to do this. And I really had to let my wall down and listen to the people that were trying to tell me where success is lying and that I should be following it. So, you know, success leaves clues. And I always thought that was just a really fancy way of saying it, when really deep down it made sense. And in the beginning, I remember I would put up like before and afters, like Judy lost 10 pounds and Frank lost 50, and it was like every day I was posting like 2 of them, like over and over and over and over. And I started seeing my friends list decrease and followers decrease. And I thought, ooh, they're really sick of me. I'm just hammering this down their throat. Like what those people were trying to tell me, my leaders, I wasn't listening to them. And I started seeing the results, and the results were bad. They weren't good. They weren't positive. So I learned, and I started to listen to, you know, different self-developments or, you know, different people in the industry, and seeing how they were doing things. I'd scan their timelines, you know, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what this person's, you know, business is, but I see the fun times they're having, the kids, the this, the that, and I don't know, they're talking about something, but it's just funny how I really didn't know what it was. So if I was on the outside, I would be wanting to know more, because I don't really know what it is. So, you know, you have to really say, who are you? What do you stand for? What are your interests, your hobbies? Do you like to fish? Do you like to, you know, go rollerblading? Are you, you know, down at the beach? Are you playing volleyball? Like, what is it that you do? Do you have kids? Are you, you know, going to a maple syrup festival or a butter tart festival, or, you know, what's your lifestyle like? That is what you have to portray, because that's the type of people that you're going to attract. They're going to see you as this, hey, this looks like a real person. They have a life, they have this going on and that, instead of just, you know, the same thing over and over and over again. It's going to work against you. So once you build this, you know, brand of you, that's when you're going to get like-minded people that are going to be a fan or a follower or just become a friend over time. And then what's so important is, once you make a connection online, you can't forget about belly to belly, because belly to belly is the way it was done in the past. It was that one-on-one, that coffee shop, that set up meeting. You didn't have the advantage of, you know, going online and chatting with someone or showing them something. I mean, geez, I can go online and show someone the demo and how it works, and then they can duplicate it across the country or internationally. I mean, that's pretty powerful that we can do that now. So by no means does social media take the place of the one-on-one interaction, but that is where people love to be. They feel safe. They feel like, you know, you'll see people like your post, but they don't comment. And always remember, a like is a comment not made. So you want to reach out to that person because there's something they liked about it. Just say, hey, thanks for the like on my post. What did you like about it? Well, they might say, well, I like the fact that you said that this person, you know, doesn't have as much pain, and geez, I'm in pain. So what could this do for me? So that's really, you know, just having that connection and that honesty of what you're doing and the consistency of it. I've had people reach out to me 2 years later and say, okay, Mr. Austin, what's going on with these socks? Imagine that. 2 years, they watched me and they thought, this guy's nuts. Like, this guy's offside. This product can't possibly do what it does. And then 2 years later, someone's reaching out to me because they keep seeing me doing it. They keep seeing this consistency. They know who I am. Like, they should know that I'm not going to, you know, promote something if I don't believe in it. And that's really what I try to let people know is, you know, try it or not. This is just, I have something that I found and I want to share it with people. And I'm doing that by, you know, promoting it through the social media. And I try not to be, you know, overwhelming with it, but hey, it's hard not to be because you're changing people's lives so rapidly. If you're being active and actually, you know, reaching out to different people and just, you know, getting the tech on them. So it's very, very important that, you know, that you don't forget about that belly to belly. It's really where you want to take it. Whether even if it's on the phone is so much better than, you know, texting back and forth. And social media is just literally the platform to display or showcase what you have. And then, you know, you're going to attract the people that like and trust you and want to do business with you. Remember, with you. They don't want to do business with Neurotech. They want you because they trust you and they're interested in what you have. And as long as you haven't been, like, you know, vomiting that on people, they're really going to respect what you're doing and most likely be more apt to believe what you're doing. So again, once the connection is made, always take it offline. So prospecting using social media. So the golden rule, these are mine. Listen, guys, if you take that name and plaster it all over and you feel that's working for you and that's great, do it. I'm not here to tell you not to, but what I'm here to do is to tell you what the industry standard is, the way that there is a methodical way of doing this. And until I bought into it, I was very unsuccessful. And the day I bought into it, everything changed. So number one, very seldom mention the company name on your profile. This is very simple. Why? How many times have you guys seen something, whatever it is, magic toothpaste, whatever, magic toothpaste, Google, pops up, this doesn't work, you know? Well, the guy might have brushed his teeth once. Maybe it takes 7 times. Maybe it takes 14 times to get those pearly whites. Who knows? But you're going to be taking this one person's, you know, some people are going to take their opinion and then just say, yeah, that can't possibly work and be done with it. That's not what you want. You want to create curiosity. The key here is, you know, using those catchy wearable Neurotech or, you know, oh my gosh, Judy's got her tech on, check her out, her balance and strength and stability are just off the charts. And, you know, just all those different ways of saying it in a different way without actually saying it. It'll be much more beneficial to you. Somebody told me, if someone can go to your website and within about 15 seconds, or sorry, go to your Facebook profile and in 15 seconds know what product you're talking about, that's not good. That's just not doing you any service. You want to create the curiosity. It's the biggest thing that's helped me, and I'm getting better and better at it. And you know, you just don't get me wrong. You can put the name, but you just want to sort of dribble that out there. You don't want to turn the tap on full blast and give it all away. So what I say is stop what I call the Vox vomit. There is no need to spam your opportunity constantly. I see it all the time. I'm not going to point anything out, or I know some people are new and this and that and the other thing, but just in general, I can see out there where it's just Vox, and who is this person? Is this a person, or is this a bot spitting out posts, or is this person, do they have any friends? Do they do anything? Do they ride? Do they, they go boating? Do they golf? Do they, whatever they do, you got to show those everything. You got to show you. You can't just sort of, think you're going to just vomit that neurotech out there and think that the world's going to knock your door down. That's not going to happen. They're going to be offended by it. And hey, don't get me wrong. If people want to fly the coop because you're, posting about your business, by all means. If you're not spamming it and they want to do that, then bye, bless and release. They're not your friend. If you are spamming it and they leave, I get it. I would be sort of upset as well if it was just constantly being shoved in my face. So number 3, again, once you get that connection, once you have made that, that relationship, you want to take it offline as soon as possible. And you can get all the shares and likes and thanks and every nice comment in the world, but nothing beats jumping on the phone and connecting. I can't tell you how excited I get when somebody says, can you call me, and post their number. Like literally sometimes I almost fall over because I'm like, oh my gosh, they gave me their phone number. Like, how refreshing is this? So always, number 4, provide value and give your followers a reason to stay connected by being inspiring, educating, and entertaining. So most importantly, be you. Remember, I'm not Terry. Terry's not me. We do things differently. Some things he does on social media, he gets better results than I do. You got to find your little, what's working, what people are following you, and you can tell when you post based on the people that are liking it and seeing it. As long as you've done it at the right times, and when it comes to posting, that is the next thing that I'm going to talk about is examples of it. So here's a post I did. I think this was last year, I believe. I've sort of done this training for people before, and remember that this is never, oh, I've seen that, or always remember that this is all about duplication. So you got to watch things over and over and over again. And so many people pick up little nuggets they missed because they're watching this right now live, but somebody said something, or the doorbell rang, or your cell phone rang, or you had to get a call and you missed part of the training or whatever it was. So always tag your team, always make sure that you jump on these calls and watch it over at the second time. Trust me, it's very important. You're going to pick up a lot of things that you missed on every training that's ever been done, whether it was Terry or the people in the field. And I really applaud all of you for taking that step to jump up and do this kind of thing. We need more leaders. We need more of this happening. So here's a perfect example. A lifestyle post. Just arrived at the swimming pool, 3 weeks of well-deserved bliss with my family, just waiting on the fam jam to arrive. Hashtag cottage life, hashtag big ol' swimming pool. Did I put my arm up and go, I got this on, that's the only reason I got here safe, and doing all that? No, this is me. I arrived at the cottage. I'm waiting for my family. I'm not looking for somebody to reach out to me for my business. I'm just being me. I'm showing people where I am. I want people to be attracted to, I want this lifestyle. I want a cottage. I want a lakefront. I want the time to go there. That's what I'm trying to do with this post, but I'm also just being real. I didn't just show up at someone else's cottage and take that pic like some people would do and, make it look like they're actually there and they're all fake. And I'll tell you, if you start going down that road, you're going to fail miserably. You'll be called out. You'll be, it's just not going to look good on your credibility. So just always be real. There's no need to fluff anything up. This is a product testimonial post. So here's a simple, this was swelling from a pregnancy. Look what happened 36 hours later after wearing our groundbreaking wearable neurotech. No wonder I do what I do. Neurology is amazing. Think about the person on the other end here now. If I said, look what happened 36 later after wearing Vox Life socks, blah, 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 and post my website and let everybody, like, no, I just want to be, look at this. This just created curiosity. Holy jump, and look at her ankles and look at, what is this? Hey, Paul, wow, like what's going on here? What is this? So you can see how it makes a big difference when you post it without giving away what it is. It's just like FOMO, fear of missing out. We go to a big celebration, woo-hoo, look how great it is, we're here, and there's people watching going, I want to do that. I want to, it's no different. It's that curiosity and that, hey, what is this? I don't want to miss out on this. Like my ankles are like that. I want this fixed, or my mom's ankles, or you don't know who's watching. So just because you post like this and 200 people don't reach out, don't think they're not, don't have that registered in their brain. They do. It's just they're not ready yet. Maybe financially they don't have the money. Maybe life got in the way. But if you're consistent, they're going to see another testimonial or something else that you posted, and hence they're going to still reach out to you eventually down the road. Now, of course, if they reach out, you want to follow up with them. I mean, that just goes without saying. So that's just a perfect example of a product testimonial. Very plain, very simple, not a great big novel. Remember, people are like this. They want instant gratification. They want things instantly. They don't want to watch 5-minute movies. They'll watch a 2-minute movie. So if you do a video, which I didn't bother doing here because there's no sense in me trying to play a video, but the same thing, keep it very basic, very, very short, because people will watch that. I've done a 6-minute video and got 204 views. And then I did a 2-minute video and I got 1,800 views. Big difference, because you're grasping their attention in that moment. They'll watch it if it's 2 minutes. If they say, oh, I'll watch that later, they may not ever see the post again, and they'll never watch it. So always keep it very, very simplified, and you don't have to go on and on and on. And of course, if you're copying someone's testimonial, that's fine. Sometimes they've written exactly what's happened to them, and that's the point that we want to get across to people.
Hey, Paul.
And then you can't forget, sorry, go ahead.
Well, excuse me just for 1 second. I had a question come up, and I think it's important. Somebody
Oh,
wants
for sure.
to explain the hashtags and the point of hashtags. And maybe we can explain, why we use hashtags and so on.
Yeah, so a lot of times I'll put wearable neurotech as a hashtag. I'll put, get your tech on, or, just these different hashtags. Now, what happens is when you're in Facebook, and let's imagine you're looking at the post, and here it is. I don't know if you see my cursor here, but if I click on I don't know, then the Facebook is going to populate the entire feed with everybody that used the hashtag I don't know. So if you did wearable neurotech and someone clicked on wearable neurotech, all the posts that have ever been posted on Facebook will show up in your search feed about wearable neurotech. So it's a way of other people maybe finding you, because they just happen to come across your post and say, oh my gosh, what's that? I don't even know this person, but I'm going to reach out to them. So I know that hashtags work well in Facebook for that regard, but the best place they work is, what I'm told, is Instagram really runs on the hashtag. That's what kind of fuels Instagram. I'm kind of looking into it more, but I don't get a lot of stuff from it. So time is precious. It's kind of like someone that wants to run with the business and doesn't. I'm going to focus more on what's working and what's really, producing, as opposed to, something that I've tried for the last 2 years and I don't get much from it. So, but obviously someone, maybe we need a millennial in here kind of, explaining what Instagram is to help us out that way.
What hashtags are used for in Facebook for me is if you use a consistent hashtag like wearable neurotech. So every time if somebody clicks on the hashtag wearable neurotech, everything will come up about our wearable neurotech, because it's the most common hashtag used for our product. So I use always in my post, Paul, I always use get some on wearable neurotech. Then I put hashtag get some on you. Then I put hashtag changing lives. And then I put my own name T as like my nickname, like Terry Sainer. So T Sainer, my hashtag. So if anybody clicks on that, then any post that I've ever created that has that hashtag is going to fill their feed. So the chances of them seeing more than just that post that I saw, they can then scroll through the feed and say, oh, look at this post, look at this post, look at this post, because I'm consistent in my hashtag, right? So that's what I utilize the hashtags for in Facebook. I stay consistent. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And, it's, I don't know, does a whole bunch of, but maybe a bunch of people have done it. I know on Instagram, as you type it, it'll tell you how many people have actually used that hashtag, whether it's 200,000 or 1.5 million, or so you'll be able to find out which ones are popular in that regard as well. So, so hashtags are, do you have to? No, but I just do them. It allows it to be organized. I can even find something myself faster if I forgot. Sometimes I can just punch in that a consistent hashtag I've used, and I actually find the post I was looking for. So that would work the same with your name, right, Terry? You'd find all your posts faster. So, so this is just simply an inspirational post. I mean, we all want to do it. We all want to, make sure that we, tell people they can, they can do things. Anyone can do what we're doing. Anyone can better themselves. It's just, this was just a simple one. This couldn't be truer. I am learning every day how to be a better person. And I'll be honest, I still have a lot of work to do. It's okay to say I don't know. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. So this is just me being really honest and saying, hey, I'm not the best person in the world. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to, improve myself and try to be a better person. And network marketing has really, dramatically changed a lot of things for me, the way I view things, the way I see things. And I was probably following people with posts like this that were telling me that I could, do it and I could be better and I don't have to know everything. And this one really, resonated with me, and I hoped with others, in terms of it's okay to not know everything about our wearable neurotech. It's okay to say, I don't know. I think someone's phone was going there.
Yeah, let me just check.
Yeah,
I can see.
I think it was Vicky Swan. I see.
Yeah, it might have been Vicky.
She replaced your face, so something happened there anyway. And no worries. So this is sort of what this post is all about. And, this isn't the only inspirational post you can do. You can do so many, but it's better to just be real, transparent, and, don't make it look like you have this, it's amazing all the time life. It's not true. If you slice your finger or stub your toe, like, tell people you did, because they probably did too, and they're going to relate with you more. So another one is a opportunity post, I call it. And this is just something simple to make people sort of think, like, what's going on here? What am I missing? Well, I put 8 new foot soldiers join my team in the last 3 days. Momentum in July. And this was more just for me to say to people, look, like, this thing's going, like, this is working. It's people are joining, and it's July. July is supposed to be, dead and nothing happening and not much momentum, and, things slow a bit. I mean, that's common. July and August are probably the slowest times. And here we were with some momentum and growth happening. So, this is just another one of those fear of missing out FOMO posts. Hey, I'm doing this with or without you. I can only offer it. And if you don't accept it or want to do the work to get it, that's not my fault. I told you, I'll tell you down the road how I did it, but you could have been with me and you'd know all about it by now. So now we come to, and this sort of goes into that 10-4-1 where you want to do 10 posts about you and your lifestyle and your family and what you're doing. And then you want to do 4 posts that are kind of teasers and sort of what I've shown you, those types of posts. And then we get to a power post. So this was one I did, and it was just simple. The patches came out. It was an exciting time for the company. So I put no socks, no shoes, no problem. Our wearable Neurotech now comes in a water-resistant patch that delivers the same benefits as our socks and insoles, now available for purchase. So yes, I put the picture up here. Yes, the logo is there. I never put the name in the text or anything. To be honest, most people would probably miss the name on the package. So, you know, but this is where I'm not worried about it. I just want to sort of go, bam, here it is. This is what we do. Check this out. And, you know, I know that post was very effective for me. If I look back, I know that it did so many great things because we didn't have a patch. We didn't have that. And that was a great time for when that happened. So let's say you're on, you know, actually what I want to do right now is I'm going to stop this slideshow. I want to jump onto Facebook because I want to show you another way of being able to connect with people. So let's say I am just back here. I am at my search bar and I've ran out of people. I don't have any people. I hear it all the time. So watch what I can do here. I'm just going to type in Vancouver, buy, sell, and I'm going to hit enter. And it says all here now. So I'm going to go all the way over here to groups. I'm going to click on groups and check this out. Greater Vancouver, buy and sell. West Vancouver, buy and sell. Vancouver, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And in these groups, there's thousands of people, 9,000, 46,000, 30,000. The list goes on and on and on and on. You can do this in Boston, in Chicago, in Victoria, in Manitoba, in wherever we are, you can do it in the UK, you could do it in Australia, you can ship product there. Doesn't matter. But this is a key. This is an amazing way for you to grow your business. I have a lot of great business partners that saw me post on here, trusted me. Some of them I probably mailed product to them. Some of them I probably, they just bought online, but they tried the product, it worked for them, and now they're like one of my great teammates. And wow, it was right because I was here. I was just using this feature right here. I can go Boston, buy, sell, and look at this. It's all over the place. 37,000 people, 78,000 people, 6,000 people. And then you go in there and make a post. And I'm going to help you out a little bit because I've done this for 2.5 years. And if you go to Vox Life Post Ideas, in 2.5 years, this is the only post I have ever used. The original sock that I ever got on my foot, and I took a picture of it. This thing goes way back. This post right here, you'll get tire kickers, you'll get a lot of different people, but this post will get you a lot of different potential people that you just have to, weed out and find the ones serious, meet them at a coffee shop, let them buy online. And I just felt that this sort of ties in with what I'm saying because here we are utilizing Facebook in a different way. It's not your timeline. This is 50, 60, 70,000 people sitting there and it's free to advertise. Not all groups are, but you'll find a ton that are. Go to my profile, go to my groups, and if you see I'm in the group, then you're allowed to post in those groups. Copy the groups I'm in, go join them all. There's people everywhere, never forget that. I mean, it's proven. I do it all the time. I've been so busy I haven't been able to do this, but I can't wait because September's coming. Everyone's back home. Kids are gone to school. I can post at 10 a.m. or post this at 10 a.m. or 7 p.m. at night, and I'm telling you, you're going to see a lot of great things happen. So I just wanted to point that part of it out. And then I want to come to this, and that is, what do you say now when somebody does express interest? Now, whether it's on the buy-sell group or whether it's on your private timeline or a private message, it really doesn't matter. So here's a perfect example. Hey, Paul, I've been following your post for a long time, and I am very impressed with the results. My mom is suffering from MS, and I am hoping this will help her. Can you send me more information, please? This is my simple response. "Hi, Cassandra. I hope you are doing well. Would it be okay if I invited you to my testimonial group with over 42,000 people? Don't be afraid to say my. It is yours. It's all of ours. And my is just a better word to use. So my testimonials group. So you can take a look at the remarkable results people are experiencing using our wearable neurotech. Again, I have not said VoxLife. Then you can invite your family and friends so they can see how it may help them too. Why do I throw that in there? Because she was already thinking of her mom. Now, if I add her, I want her to add her mom. And then I want her to think about her Uncle Frank and her Aunt Mary and her, brother Bob and, Sister Sue, or who could she help with this? Who could we help with this? And just like, if you went through the success steps, make sure after they say, yes, that would be fantastic, send them the invite, make sure they accept it, and then add them and tag them in a post. Or sorry, I should have edited this. This should say invite. It changed. So be sure to invite them. And then once they've accepted, tag them in posts that relate to their condition. So MS, in this case, you would go and tag Cassandra in about 2 or 3 things that related to her condition. This is textbook for every single person that you meet, whether it was on the street, a coffee shop, social media, whatever it was. This is the format. This is key. Get them in the testimonials. Ask them for permission. Don't go and add 100 people in the testimonials. We're not going to accept any of them. We're going to decline all of the invites because it's important that we don't be spammy looking. You want to have a conversation with someone, and then they're expecting the invite to the group. They don't just all of a sudden get this random invite and, hey, I tell you, I get them all the time and I want nothing to do with it. Someone should have had a conversation with me prior to that, so that now I'm more open to accepting what they were going to send me. So this was just a very simple way of responding to someone. This actual layout is under the files tab already, but what I'll do is I'll put a fresh one up there because I edited a few things and I want to change that add to tag or add to invite on this. So I am now just going to go to the next slide. So basically look at the difference here. If you have no goals, if you have goals in mind or written goals. So if you have goals in mind, you're 10 times more successful. And if you write your goals down, you're 30 times more successful. So think about this whole, training that's done and how you got to brand yourself, and think about how you're going to change how you're doing it. Maybe you're doing some of the things that, I've talked about. Maybe you're not doing some of those things, and try to do what you can to just follow this format. Look at Terry's profile, look at my profile, look at anyone in Vox that's been successful, and sort of look at what they're doing. And if it resonates with you, you might like the way I post and it works for you, or you might like better the way Terry's going and you do it his way, or Jen Moyers or Kevin Dugaze, or whoever. It doesn't matter. But make sure that you put your own little spin on everything. And always remember that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And we have a huge why, and that is because of what's happening to people and their overall wellness. So I don't want to keep you guys too long. I don't even know if we've run over, but that's okay. This is very important. You need to know to follow these steps. I guarantee you your business will change dramatically if you do. And I just am blessed that, you guys are all here. You're all, on the same mission as us. And we're just, I'm just elated to be back here to train a little bit. I've been out of the loop a bit. I've been going to the opportunity call, and now Krista's taken the reins, and we have all these other people jumping up to do that call. And I'm just so proud of everybody. So, thanks for having me on here, Terry. And, I think that it was an important topic that I can see is not kind of, being, done in the same way that that it should be. And that's not to say that anyone's doing anything wrong. Everybody's learning here, and that's very important. So,
well, Paul, thank you so much. I mean, we can all learn. I think one of the biggest things when it comes to social media, if people aren't using social media, they're not using it probably because they don't know how to use it. It's not that I don't like to use it, but I just want to say that, you know, if you're not using social media to build a business and you want to build a business, you're missing a huge, huge opportunity. So I'd like to encourage everybody to learn what they can. I mean, a lot of people don't know how to are afraid of a chainsaw because they've never been taught how to use it. So embrace Facebook, you know, use it. There's millions and millions of people out there. And I mean, I wasn't on Facebook myself. You know that, Paul, until January of 2014. So, you know, I didn't even know what Facebook was. But it's been a game changer for me. But one of the things that you said tonight that's so important, Paul, is consistency. I mean, I just had somebody reach out to me that watched me for 2 years, and I didn't even see any likes. I was looking at my likes, and they didn't even like my post. I didn't know they were following me. And they were basically like, Uncle, okay, Uncle, I need to know what's going on. So we took it offline, and we engaged. And so I think it's very important you said about consistency. And when you're utilizing your Facebook or your social media platform of your choice, or all of them, I try to, you know, I dabble, my main one is Facebook, but I dabble in Instagram, and I certainly dabble in LinkedIn. But I think being consistent is key, because people want to see how committed you are to what you're doing, right? Because they might have seen you in other businesses or something before and thought, oh, what's the next greatest thing, or what's the next, you know, most positive thing. And so I think it's really, really important to be focused and to be consistent at what you do. And I think, you know, people have to reach out and build their Facebook network too. I mean, you're allowed up to 5,000 friends, but you're allowed infinite number of followers. So, I mean, reaching out to people that you might see that has mutual friends and send them a private message is, you know, say, hey, I thought we'd, you know, be cool to be friends. We have some mutual friends or whatever. I'm really, you know, curious to see, you know, you say something positive to them in a private message or whatever. But building your network of people is important too. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, it's yeah, it's totally all about the consistency. Like, you know, I've watched. I got a lot of people, 4,000, whatever. They're obviously not my friends, guys, but I've watched them just switch from this product to that product to this one to that one, and when they were consistent with the product, they had a lot of likes and following and everything. And then as soon as they started, and I don't get me wrong, you can do a couple products or whatever it is, whatever you have to do to put food on the table and learn this industry and get things rolling. Of course, that's what you have to do. But, you know, when you see somebody completely just disown something and go jump to another thing, and then you look at their timeline and no one's even liking anything, or they might have 1 like and 2 comments, and, you know, before that they were getting 70 and 20, and it's just amazing how they're not being consistent. People are now going, oh gosh, look at that, just flip to something else now. What's next week, like you said, Terry? So yeah, it's so key to just always be there, always. I mean, I love it. I love the people that finally go, gosh, you know what, I've had enough watching, like, seriously. It just wasn't the right time, sorry, but I'm ready now. And those are the moments I just love, because I know that all my seed planting and watering and nurturing and weeding the garden and all that stuff is now I've got this awesome garden, and it just each year gets bigger and better, and all these amazing things start coming, and new people, and it's just because I'm consistent. And if I wasn't, there's no way I would be where I am. It's not it would never happen.
Yeah, and branding yourself. People want to know who Paul Austin is. They want to know, you know, they know you work in a company, but they want to relate to you. They want to say, hey, this guy likes to fish. He loves spending time, you know, with his kids. He takes them to McDonald's, you know, does funny posts. He's got a sense of humor, and then, you know, is a life changer. He posts something about something amazing that just happened to this person without saying Bot's life. So it goes back to our, you know, our 10-4-1 system, but consistency in building the brand of who you are and being real. And it's okay to be vulnerable too. You know, if you've had a shitty day, post you had a shitty day. It's okay. People can relate to that. You know, life isn't always great for everybody, right? So if you had a crappy day, it's not that you want to utilize Facebook to nag or say, oh man, today I just got up thinking it was going to be fantastic, and it was just one of those days where I just couldn't. Anyone relate? You know what I mean? That kind of post. And so people can relate to vulnerability, so it's about being real. And that brand of you is, hey, yeah, you're the dude that I like. I'd like to learn more about what you do. Why? Because I like you. Because I follow you and I like what you do, and I trust you. And people want to do business with people they like. I don't care what it is, whether it's network marketing, direct sales, bricks and mortar type sales. People want to do business with people they like. And I think we all did that. If you have a salesperson that comes up and's in your face in a retail store, you just walk in and they're like on you like, werewolves. And they're like, can I help you? Everybody's on commission. You're like, geez, you want to just leave the store. But if, somebody comes up and says, hey, I'm here. If you need any help, just give me a shout. Hope you're having a great day. Something like that. It's a lot more, less invasive. And so you want to respond to that person because they're real. And I think that you've done a great job at displaying how important it is to be real, how important it is to brand yourself, how important it is to be consistent, and not as we say, vox vomit on people. People, you want to create curiosity, take it offline, reach out to somebody, pick up the phone, thank them for being interested, thank them for the like, those sort of things. And that's how we've built this, bro. We've failed a lot in Facebook too, haven't we? I mean,
big time.
Yeah. So,
and I just wanted to go to a few of these questions here. So when you reply to those who like your post, do you respond to them by private message or right on the post? Okay, great question. So I would usually do a training on this. I can do it at some point. I've done it before. But so when you go to the post, somebody said interested, or they, for instance, that post I was using as an example, let's say they put their numbers are 2, 7, 8, 12, 9. Well, I like it, and then I reply, but I make sure I tag them and say, Judy Smith, I sent you a private message. So now Judy's going to get that I sent a private message and be looking for it. And then I go to private message and I send it to her. Yes, you're going to get a little frustrated. Not everyone gets the post, because if you're not officially friends and they don't know to look into their filtered inbox or their other inbox is what it's called. So a lot of times people have hundreds of messages in there that they've never seen before. And that is, sometimes a little gold mine sitting there. So if you haven't looked there, you want to go there and see that and find that. And just, that's what's happening to other people. They may not have got your message. There's not much you can do. You can go back to that post and tag them again and say, hey, I sent you a private message, but I'm not sure if you got it. Maybe PM me, private message me, and that will fix it. Because if you're looking in those boxes, then you're never going to miss that message. And because you've already messaged them, when they send you a message, it's just automatically that you're going to get it because you've already connected with them. So there's a couple of tricks there. Another thing was, how many hours a day am I working the business? That was a question from Paula Snow. Honestly, in the last couple months, I've been so focused. I've been on Vox, and I haven't been as present, and I've been focused on my family. I spent 2.5 years, blood, sweat, tears, running my publishing company, dealing with my 2 children and my wife and my family and all that's involved with that. And I basically worked, 8 hours a day. I worked another 8 hours at night, and then I slept as long as I could. Sometimes I only got 5 hours, but I knew what we had. That's still the vision in my mind. We have something so powerful that if you really, and I sacrificed tons of weekends. I wasn't with my family. I did events. I did vendor events. I constantly took every opportunity because we have something so special. And I had a partner that, thankfully, she supports me in that. And it's, even if somebody doesn't, Don't let that stop you. You need to, you know what we know. And if this is very important to you, then, hey, sometimes you got to show people how it's done, and they'll say, geez, sorry about that later. Because at first my wife thought I was crazy in socks, and oh my gosh, and now she loves socks. they're like, she loves them. and I don't blame her, because we all love them. So yeah, just that's kind of where I was with that. I don't know if there was any other questions.
No,
Yeah, I think that was it.
I think that was
Yeah,
it.
just be you, brand yourself. It's about you. It's not about the product. They're going to see your passion through the why you do it, and that's what's going to make them come and try it out. It's really, don't complicate this, guys. I always say that. I feel like a broken record, but when you complicate it, it gets very frustrating, and this is not complicated. It's get the product on the feet, make sure they have enough to be consistent, follow up with them. Those that want to come, they're coming. It's just proven.
I think the other thing is, Paul, that we need to, encourage people that if you don't know a lot about Facebook, that's okay. You'll learn it. There's lots of YouTube videos. There's lots of teammates on our our team page that will help you. There's lots of good trainings in the units tab. Reach out if you have a question. There's no dumb questions, and we understand. My memory's not that short from the standpoint of I know what I was like when I first started on Facebook. And I'm like, I had to get my daughter to even explain to me what Facebook was. And that's not very long ago. So don't be afraid to ask the questions. Those of you that are just starting out, on Facebook or utilizing Facebook as a tool for business, to brand yourself, don't be afraid to reach out and we can help you. There's lots of great people. So I won't keep anybody any longer. I think our time is 9:28. We're a half hour, but this half hour over, but I'll tell you, this is good stuff, Paul. I mean, this is important stuff. This is how we built our business. And if people, Sierra said, just be authentic. That's what we are with this product. We're authentic. It's integrity. Be authentic on your Facebook page. Be who you are. Be real. And you're going to find that you'll see your leads come in, and you'll see your success ratio go up. So thanks very much, Paul. It's always a pleasure to have you on here. I appreciate everybody coming on the call tonight. I'm going to unmute everybody so we can all say goodnight. And until the next meeting, let's all Vox on. I challenged everybody to put some pictures on our team page of you putting patches on people. We got the promo on right now. For every $200 that you buy, Jay is going to throw in a free pack of patches. So no excuses not to get patches on people, product on people. So if you've got a great picture, you can post. We've had some people jump on there and show some pictures of patching people. So if you got, let's show Jay how much we appreciate it. Let's put on the team page. He watches the team page all the time. Let's put a patch on. Hey, I see Sig on the call. Hey, Sig. So anyways, let's get patches on people. Let's make the post of patch a person today, and let's have some fun. So good night, everybody. I appreciate everybody being on the call. Thanks, Paul. You're all unmuted.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me
Good
back.
night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thanks, Paul.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Much love to the family.
Denver to Chicago. And
You
then
should.
I'll have the recording up.
Make sure you tag your teammates if they couldn't come on. We know it's summer. Everyone's getting their last hurrah in, so tag them in the call and just tag them in every training. Just make sure they watch these trainings.
airport rented.
Good night, all. Thanks for being on. Take care.
Thanks, Paul.
Chicago.